Good afternoon. This is Robert Paltz, setting everything up here. All righty. Here we go. You should be seeing the screen now. Okay, today we're going to talk about filing systems. Filing systems are very important. Uh, this is mine. As far as I know, no one else uses it. I'm doing this for my family so they can find stuff on my computer when I'm not available, not around or something. So, disclaimer. I'm neither a professional nor an expert genealogist. This is called a Vogue, VOLG, which is kind of like a blog, but in video. This is a collaborative effort. I show you what I do, and I hope you'll show me what you do, or at least comment and give me a thumbs up, and so on. Maybe you'll make suggestions for better ways of doing things or corrections and comments. They're very important to me. And I think they're also important to the viewers that are viewing these videos. Big thank you to those that have provided comments in the past. They've been very useful. You can slow down these videos, or you can take and pause these videos and rewind them. That it seems to enhance some people's ability to not see something, or I go too fast. All views are expressed are mine. I'm a member of 7 genealogies and history societies currently, and I don't represent any of them. And I do administer 2 Facebook sites, and you're welcome to join them if you have those surnames. Filing system, it's very important for you and your family members so you can find data in the future. My system is totally digital. I have everything scanned. All my documents are scanned. Not all of them are filed yet. It's just the way it is. Got a lot of filing to do yet. I did a downsize about 3 years ago, and in part of the downsize, I scanned everything I had, and I sent all the originals to the Oklahoma Historical Society, and they're in a collection there, and you'll see that in a little bit of this if I stayed in my presentation. My system is based on assigning reference numbers per individual. I don't know of another genealogist that's ever done that. My reasoning is that the first data that you learn about a person is the country of origin. You generally get that from a census for one of their children. And there's no name or birth date or death date or anything like that. So there's no way of filing it like that. Some people file by surname or by family, and I find that extremely difficult to do. So I just put each individual has a reference number. I assign it to them. At one time, I used Family Tree Maker to take and do that, and then Family Tree Maker sold themselves to Ancestry, and Ancestry dropped the reference numbers. Then they brought them back, and then they messed them up, and then they sold the Family Tree Maker to another company. I understand they have reference numbers now, but I abandoned that effort. Okay, genealogy files that I have. The first one is the Carolyn Gerard file. That's because she wrote a book. She was one of 4 authors of a book. She's the only one that I know of that's healthy today. And she sent all that information to me, and I put that in there. The next one is DNA. That's where all my DNA stuff is. And then publications. Those are publications I have had assisted in that I have the original files for. Sometimes that's useful for people in Oklahoma. Genealogy societies and genealogy sources, genealogy tools, and then the main database. If you're looking for data, this is the one you want to go to. Okay, now let's pop this up. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is what the correspondence file, the Carolyn Gerard file looks like. There's a copy of the book in here. Here's the research documents she sent me. They are scanned. They are sorted by people. These have been posted on the Facebook site, the Bose Pulse and Pulse Facebook site. Here's pictures that were used in the production of the book, and then various trees that she sent me over time. This was last updated 2014, it looks like. Okay, now let's get rid of that one. Let's go to the next one. Next one is DNA. I have downloaded my DNA, so The DNA is all available here for you to take and upload to other groups. I've also given my legacy to DNA legacy to other people. Okay, let's get rid of that. Publications. These are two publications that are genealogical in nature that I've assisted in the production of, and they're both Oklahoma, Eastern Oklahoma based. Societies. This is where I keep all the data for the societies that I'm in or have been in or have considered or whatever. Like I said, I'm in 7 currently. Many of these I've gone into from time to time because they've had interesting presentations or looking on specific data. This is probably one that I'm probably going to go back to eventually. Sources. Okay. This is working pretty good. Sources, as I told you, was these are the sources. So this is potential need to be found, repositories, source database, spreadsheets, samples, tips, and how-to, source notes, sources I have outstanding. Now, these are not actually, these are the raw sources that cover many people. So I've started using sources. Also includes research trips. I made 2 trips now to Salt Lake City. I've done to all types, so they're all in here. Okay. Okay, let's see. That didn't need to open up. The next one is tools. Okay, these are various handouts and information that I've collected over time for various subjects in genealogy. So I'm going to just page through here kind of slowly so you can get an idea of what they are all about. And they will have handouts in them from presentations I've gone to. Many of those handouts are copyrighted, so I don't want to take and open any of this up. But they're copyrighted by the people that gave those presentations. So these are the subjects that I have tools for. And then I have some that are unfiled. They go back like 2014 and 2009 and stuff like that I haven't gotten around to filing yet. Okay. Okay. Now the main file that you want to go to is genealogy tree data, and right now current version is 2019. It's broken into correspondence, family questions, family story, and genealogy that's dead. And then genealogy deceased mainline, living, another living. These are large collections that I've received, all of which now reside in the originals reside at Oklahoma Historical Society. This is just a file that makes things easier to take and program it in HTML, which I'm moving away from. And then there's 3 different tree databases in there. And we'll talk about that when we talk about Roots Magic. Okay. Correspondence. I have files set up here for Allen County County Historical Society, all the way down to Oklahoma. Then after that, I go into family members, and then I do also genealogy networking and siblings that I do. Give you an idea what the Oklahoma Historical Society looks like. This is what I do for customizing the front end that I send to them. And then, of course, these links then jump to the information in question. So I customize a link to the front for each one of them and explain something. So that's just an example of one. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Close this. That's a little early. Okay, correspondence. Then family questions. Well, I didn't. Oh, that's over here. These are the family questions. As if you've been listening to my videos, you know that every Thanksgiving I ask my family what questions they have, And so I give them this. They give me a list of questions to take, and I set my priorities for research that year based on the questions that I'm getting, and I provide them feedback each Thanksgiving. Family story. Oops, it keeps going back to that one. Family stories. These are all family stories that I've written. Here's my story that I'm currently writing and updating. And I thought I'd show you William Kern. This is a sample of a story that I've written about William Kern. I'm using AI to do summaries now. I didn't use it for this particular one, but this is the kind of story that I've written and shared with my family over the years. And so that's, yeah, that's what the stories are all about. Okay, there's my playlist. Let's go back. Okay, we did that. We did family stories. Okay, the dead, genealogy dead. These are the. Okay, let's go back to the slides. Go to here. We went down through that. We've done this. We did correspondence. Da, 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 da. We've gone down through that. This is correspondence. We've done that. Uh, family questions. We've done that. Family story. We did that. Dead. Dead or collateral lines. Currently has 3,586 individuals in it. In the my legacy files are filed by reference numbers, just like my mainline are. But currently, I'm using family search IDs instead, and I'm converting everything to family search IDs. I was not aware of family search IDs when I first started genealogy in the 1990s. I'm not sure they had them. I don't know when they started doing them. So I have both a mix of reference numbers and family search IDs. The database just got too big to track all the collateral lines. I mean, there's 35, 3,800, 3,600 individuals in here. I also have a section on unknowns, and this is currently in transition. As I was saying, I have a lot of legacy files in it. So let's go look at it. This is what the legacy numbers, this is my reference numbers, looks like. And if you page on down through here, these, well, I better do it over here because this is fairly long. Okay, well, there we went past it. There we go. Then you'll find family search numbers. And at the end of the legacy numbers, you'll find my reference numbers. You'll find the family search numbers. It's my intention at some point in time to have all these legacy, all the legacy my reference numbers removed, and go with only family search numbers for this file, and only this file. And that's mainly convenience for me because it plugs you down to take and assign a number every time. For the main line, I'll keep on using my numbers. Then I have unknown by surname. So these are the names. Sometimes you're going to find an unknown that's an individual. That's because I haven't got them filed into by surnames yet. But I will get that all cut up someday. So that's basically the dead file. You'll notice that I separate things between dead and living, and that's so I don't make a mistake of sending living files out to someone. I just don't share living files with anyone, and basically don't do genealogy on living people. I see genealogy as being deceased people only. Okay, so let's go back to this. Okay, genealogy for the deceased main line. Data is on my main line of ancestors. It's filed by my reference number. And the data elements, or the facts, are filed using a protocol that has reference number first, Now, you'll find some files in here that don't have the reference number in front of them and start with date. The reason for that is I haven't got around to taking and changing them yet. Date is done year, month, day, so I have a timeline in the file, and then a description of the event. Okay. In addition to documentation supporting facts in a timely order, I have research logs in this photographs. The photographs will be labeled with a reference number in front of them. That's also new, so there some won't be. And folders on specialized research and individual, and I'm going to show you samples of each. It's currently in transition, as I said, and it currently contains 775 individuals. I have identified about 800 individuals in the main line, some of which you'll see in the tree later on, but I don't have any data on them. So they're suggestions that they're in the main line, and they have to be researched, and I have to get busy doing that. That's one of the things I'm focused on when I'm not doing the messages for my family. So let's go look at that. Here's the dead file. We're going to take and do this. Oh, we're going to take and do, I took that out. This is dead. Okay, we got to get rid of dead. Okay, now we're going to go to deceased mainline. That's what, okay, there's where I'm at. Okay, Otta Kennedy. I did my last video on doing some data for Otta Kennedy. I haven't entered that data yet. It's still over in the to be entered file, but I thought I'd show you. I have a new folder if I am in a real big hurry and don't have time to adjust the file names or anything. I'll put information in there if I find information. But let's fold this over. So this I'm going to go through pretty fast. There's pictures and thumbnails because I have a HTML system for going through pictures. And like I said, I'm thinking about moving away from HTML for a lot of this. And so she has an extensive amount of pictures. Now, this is the way I'm currently filing. I'm going to show you a legacy in just a second. And now we're getting into documents. So this is the way I file. Generally, I have this is the census details. So I clip this out. This is what this is family search. This looks like this was at the Oklahoma Historical Society, to tell you the truth. And I clip that out, and then I take and put the document in also. So there's the record image. And here's some newspaper clippings. You'll notice I have multiples sometimes. Sometimes I go through and clean it out. This is an old legacy file. This is the way I clip details back in the days before, well, back in the older days. This was probably done, this says 1999. It may have been done in 1999. But now we've got better tools. Also, I'd like to have you see, back in the old days, I did 5 censuses. I did the regular census, and then I did every 2 plus 2 and minus 2. And that was basically for fan research, if I need to do fans research on people. And a lot of times in the old days, you couldn't get back to censuses. Today, that's not a problem. But 4 or 5 years ago, if you tried to go back and find a census again, you had to redo your whole search. So I just brought them down and stored them. So this is the files. You'll see there's a lot of legacy stuff in here. This is a document that this individual had, which is Otta, which I believe came out of a Bible. That's all I know about it. It was given to me by my aunts, Aunt Flora and Aunt Mabel. And so it's the only documentation I've got for some people as far as their births. So there are a variety of things here. Now, I promised you a legacy file. So let's go to William Kern and look at his. Now, In these days, it was I took all the censuses out and put this now, and this here is the probate record for Joseph Kern, which was a big effect on it. And then here's the death of Margaret Kern, some research that I've done there. And here's a research log for information that I went into. And here's family search media files. These will definitely be moved out. And there's a new folder for him. Here's another research file that's in there. But here's his birth. Here's his baptismal certificate, and then birth sources. So I've been working on. I need to actually update that because I've got more information now. I know I do. And you'll notice at some point in time, I was collecting the entire front pages to get a feel for what was going on. I've since dropped that, and so I was trying to get context. Oh, this is the property that he owned. He owned a piece of property about right there, I think. I've got it right. Here's teacup 1, 2, 3. It's probably right there. Okay. Teacup. I went to kindergarten at teacup. So that'll give you an idea of what's in there. Okay, here's that same subdivision and the property that he owned. So those are the kinds of documents you can expect in William Kern in that area. Okay. Now the last, let's go back to this. Okay, we went through all that. I showed you how the reference number and the dates and everything are matched with the people. Living. I do not research living individuals, but I do collect data that comes my way. For instance, there's a presentation that my daughter did on hog research, hog waste recycling in there that I found very interesting. I will be putting a granddaughter's paper in there very soon that is going to be a peer-reviewed paper on DNA in the Valdosha onion. It contains my files for the story and family members. When I die, my file that's in here in the living folder, I have made arrangements to have it moved into the deceased mainline folder, and then adjustments made so that the files are complete, and then all the repositories that you saw are going to get a copy of the stick data containing that information, or whatever data format is available at the time. Large data collections. I have 2 large data collections. One of them is for my father-in-law and mother-in-law, and the other is for my 2 aunts that got me into this business. I've scanned their contents, and the originals are all in the Oklahoma Historical Society. And I have a YouTube that will show you how to get to that. Roots Magic databases. I have 3 basic databases for my family in Roots Magic. The first one is the Ancestry My Heritage GenMatch tree. It's 1,946 individuals, and that's what I put out public. And I think all of them are deceased individuals. I try not to put any living in my tree, with the possible exception of me. And I can't get, since that's used for DNA analysis, I can't get by without putting me in it. So I'd like to figure out how to do it. Ancestry and these organizations are not supposed to share my data. Tree Composite Database. This is a database of 56,000 individuals. It has 823 trees in it. It's used for what-if analysis, fan research. It contains associations files. That's a new feature that you use it in fan research and a lot of other analysis. It also includes DNA analysis. That's where I do trees for DNA analysis. It contains collateral line data as much as I can get in there and find. It's the only database that I'll allow internet data to be loaded into. I won't do that. And it's also the only database I'll allow outside trees when I get GEDCOMs from people. That's the only database I'll put those in. Now, a lot of experience has shown me that every time you load something into a database, it corrupts the database in ways that you don't that's not desirable, at least to me. It'll change place names. It'll change source citations. It'll give different names for sources. It'll label facts duplicate. There will be duplicate facts in there and different names. Even a space in the name is enough to take and do a duplicate fact. So I don't download anything into my research tree. I only hand enter that. And the next one is the research tree. Research tree is mainline people only. That's my direct DNA, well, hopefully DNA people that have given me, I've contributed DNA to me. There are 781 individuals in that tree. This is where I do analysis for the of the data in the main line, and also in Zotero. So this is where I do my research. I write my own source citations. I write my own source descriptions. I write my own place names, and it's all hand entered. Um, this is what I would upload a data to Family Search from. So this is an upload database, but it doesn't take downloads. I try to enter everything by hand. When I first started, I didn't, and there, some of that residual is still in there, but I think I've cleaned it all out. Okay, this is my playlist for different things, the family questions you might have, the workflow. This is the one that this will be filed under, and here is my contact information. I hope you all find that useful. Please give me a thumbs up, and please give me a comment in what you think about the filing system. I'd like to know what yours is like. Thomas McEntee has several publications on filing system out that I have stored in my tools folder, and I've read them. Other people have done things. It's generally under organizing your genealogy. This is the way I do it. I know it, and that's going to be my story. Okay. You have a great day.